Close guard is one of the best positions to hit wrist locks from. Not only has he always got to use his hands against my body, so that's always available, it's a deterrent as well. If I'm constantly attacking wrist locks like this, he gets very scared about where he's putting his hands. To some degree, he might even just not use his hands. And now breaking posture becomes easy. I can start sitting up, I can start hitting all sorts of things. So just to use wrist locks as a deterrent is a very good tactic. So the first one we're going to use is a cross grip on the sleeve. Now look, when I grip, I have to keep the palm of my hand over the top of his. So I'm not going to grab underneath or on the side, it's going to pay off later. If it was no-gi, I can actually grab the wrist, but again, I'm going to make sure that the palm of my hand is on the back of his, and I circle my grip around his wrist. So already look, I can start to bend this in. With the gi one, here on the sleeve, just a pocket grip. So as I extend this and I bring him towards me, this is important, I can't do it from here, I need to get his arm extended. My other arm is chopping over the top. And now it's important, this is why I have to keep my grip on top. My hand slides from his sleeve to his wrist. So because it's on top, I can easily get there. If I was here, I'd then have to travel. So I pull forward, I chop over, and take my Kimura grip. So already look, I'm folding this in. Now look, if I finish here, he might be able to pull his elbow in, and I miss it. So we're going to do a few things. Number one, his hand goes to his shoulder. I want to put the pressure down to the floor, not in towards him. And then I can finish here. If we turn, so as I pull over the top, and I bring his hand to his shoulder, the only way to escape now is this gap here. So if he slides his elbow down, I'm going to miss it. So there's a few things I can do. I can either just keep my guard closed, bring my knees all the way towards my elbows. Now there's no space, and I can finish with the pressure. Or if you prefer, you can open your guard and put your foot on the hip. This will also lead into arm bars as well. So cross grip, making sure we stay over the back of the hand. If you're doing it no-gi, just actually hold the wrist. So I'm pulling, extending his arm, chopping over the top, connecting my Kimura grip, and my hands on the back of his hand. Try not to go on the fingers, you won't get as much pressure. Here, so the hand goes towards the shoulder. I close this gap, could be with a closed guard, or I can step, and the pressure goes down in towards. If the guy's tough, I can release this and double up on it. Elbows pinched, and pressure down. Extend over the top. So when I attempt this first wrist lock, especially when I get to it, it's very common for your opponent to use this free hand to get rid of that grip. Now, he has a choice. Yeah, he could push the elbow open. And it does work to a certain degree, but I can always just tuck this in. Like I said on the other one, I'm always trying to keep this elbow tucked anyway. What's really effective is when he actually pushes the hand away to get rid of the grip, okay? So when he starts to push on this hand, I'm going to take that one. Just hold it right here, just on the thumb pad. And again, we're chopping over. The movement is the same. I get his arm extended, I bring it back up towards him, and I can finish on this grip. The only thing that changes is rather than this way, it's this way. So, as we're here, and he starts to push away this grip, I let him extend, I take this one, chop over, and bring it back towards his shoulder. I can meet up with my grip here, same thing, I pinch my elbows, try and take away this gap here. If I need to double up, sometimes you will need to on this one, double up. And the pressure is coming down, not in towards him where he can tuck his elbow. Close the gap, pressure down. As I start extending, he starts to push, I chop over the top, bring it up towards him. Elbows pinched, close the gap.